All right, ladies and gentlemen, we got it. Shout out to JOMASHOP, who seems to be rebranding from JOMASHOP because this literally came out in like 2 days or whatever. So I appreciate getting that. But yeah, let's see if this is really worth the hype that everybody says it is. I've seen like 2 videos very briefly with new releases. I try not to watch things so it doesn't sway my opinion or whatever. But you guys know we have all the other Hawases. We're going to be talking about that, talking about what these would be most relatable to as far as the other clones out there. So yeah, first impression video. Let's go ahead, jump right into it. And oh yeah, it's Fat Boy Friday.
Jello Beats, holla at me.
Yeah, said it's Fat Boy Friday. Fat Boy family, come swing my way. Let me tell you about the best fragrance of the day. And you don't like it, shorty, you can hit the highway. But on your way out, please hit that like button. Hit subscribe, pump it up, baby Joe button. Still staying true to this old fragrance game. It's Fat Boy Finesse, baby, ain't nothing changed. Yeah, I said it's Fat Boy Friday. Hey, I said it's Fat Boy Friday. Hey, I said it's Fat Boy Friday. Guess what? It's Fat Boy Friday. Yo, what's going on, party people, Fat Boy family? That's right, it is Fat Boy Friday. I ain't been able to say that in such a long time, man, but it feels good to be back. I appreciate you guys stopping by the channel. So while you're here, feel free, hit that like button, smash that subscribe button, and while you're at it, go ahead and click that bell so you can be notified every single time I post new content to the channel. But let's go ahead and jump right into today's video. Yes, that's right. We're talking about the latest release from the house of Rasasi. We have Hawas Tropical. So let's go ahead and get this unboxed. Took it out the cellophane and literally just came in the mail. You think I would learn how to open? I should have took it out the plastic, but I wanted y'all to see. It's really first impression. Now I do know what this is already supposed to be. Supposed to be a clone of Le Beau Paradise Garden. All right. And we talked about this with the previous releases of Rasasi, where they kind of needed a green style fragrance to complete the line or whatever. And I'm going to go over there in a second, but I know you guys want to get this first impression out the way. So we're going to give, oh, that bottle is fire. I wish it was. It's weird because the green on the box is different than the green bottle. Maybe that's just a designer in me. Like this is more of a nice evergreen color, but then this goes slightly teal, slightly aqua. Nonetheless, just like the ice bottle was fire, this is fire with that white cap. Man, I hope it smells just as good as it looks. Box is trash though, just typical plastic. Nothing special about it. Yeah, you got the batch code information on the bottom there if anybody cares. And I really need to stop doing that because people be creating fakes and just be taking screenshots of people batch codes or whatever. But again, same bottle, same snake design, nothing different specifically about it. Just beautiful color. Like I said, I wish that tint was a little bit darker or whatever, but that is a beautiful bottle. Y'all already know that's that screenshot right there. That's that thumbnail. Okay, this is different. We got a gun metal. Okay, so with ice, they had kind of like this silver cap or whatever. But with this one, this is more of a gun metal, which I actually do appreciate. It's different. All right, let's get a couple sprays in the air. See what that atomizer is talking about. Okay. Let's get this on skin. Okay. I'm gonna say this. They put the green back in Paradise Garden. So again, this is a clone of Jean-Paul Gaultier's Le Beau Paradise Garden. I was not the biggest fan of Le Beau because it was green. I tell y'all, there are certain notes like tomato leaf, fig leaf, certain green leaves that just turn my nose the wrong way. When they came out with Paradise Garden, they added more sweetness to it, kind of dialed back the greenness a little bit, revved up the sweetness, which gave it a little bit more masculinity. I think it worked a little bit better with the coconut, and it came off better. It wasn't as herbaceous as, and not like herbaceous like a Trey Hermes, you know, or something like that, but just that greenness or whatever. Kind of like Blockade, or what's the joint from Bath and Body Works, the midnight color, the blue joint, that level of greenness. I'm not a fan of like that level of greenness, even though Blockade is not that bad. But they put the let me just keep it a buck. It's all right. It's all right. It's all right. It is somewhere between Le Beau and Paradise Garden. There's more green in this than I expected. Now again, hence the bottle. Hence the bottle. And maybe the drop. Now, once I smell it on skin, it's not bad. It's better. It's well blended. So let me. This is the difficulty with first impressions, because you got to get some wears out of it. You just can't, spray a fragrance on and then, really judge it. But immediately to my nose, it was super green. Even when I just sprayed that, super green. The sweetness is there, the woodiness is there, the coconut is there, but the green is there. I don't get a lot of the mint that I would expect to be in here. We'll go over notes in a second. This is difficult. Okay, let me keep it a buck. With y'all. If you appreciate the greenness that comes from the garden in Le Beau Paradise Garden, you're gonna like this. As far as I can tell, it's not the beast that Hawas Black was, especially from an oil concentration. Super well blended. Seems like each one gets better and better. It's not the beast. It doesn't choke you out from that standpoint. I still get the great blends that we're used to with Rasasi. Everything comes together. Like I said, the dry, as you start to get past the opening, and I'm pretty sure after letting this macerate for a while and it even blends even more and starts to mature, it's probably going to get better. But this definitely is going to lean more on the masculine side, because those woods and that greenness is going to become more pronounced, more so than the coconut. Coconut is one of those weird things, because coconut can make a fragrance lean heavy on the feminine side. But the coconut right now, no pun intended, is kind of acting like the glue. Speaking of the color, if you look at coconut and the color, like coconut milk, it's kind of acting like the glue, where it's holding the green in this and the wood in this and the sweetness in this together. So this is well blended, I will say that, but it does lean green for me. It leans a little bit too green for me. Okay, why does that matter? So I'll tell you, this is how we started. From jump, we started with Grandeur Elite Tribal Exotic. This is more of a Le Beau impression or whatever. Like you said, yeah, I can see. I sprayed it a couple times for the purposes, wore it a couple times for the purposes of the video. We didn't get much further after that. Then Latafa entered the chat, and then they came out with Nausea Intense, which was way better quality than that Grandeur Elite. And it was a little bit sweeter. And again, they started to approach like, okay, is this LeBeau or is this Paradise Garden? You know, it kind of goes in between the two. And then Cod Lodge came along and said, you ain't got to worry about it. LeBeau Paradise Garden. This has been my absolute favorite because of the level of sweetness and the masculinity and the way that the coconut was done. This was my favorite because it had the least amount of green. Now notice I said this was my favorite because I then, after having this for a minute, I just put this in a video the other day, came across, shout out to LR Lux, King of Kings, Royal Blue, which is now my favorite. Has the least amount of green, the most amount of sweetness, the most amount of masculinity with the woods and everything to me. Like with that atomizer. This kind of smells like candy. This right here, super, super sexy. Either way, I don't think you can go wrong with either one of these. If you're specifically looking for, you know what I'm saying, that sweetness. If you're looking for that sweetness, those are the two that I would go with. Cod Lodge Island is going to be a little bit cheaper than King of Kings Royal Blue. But if you're looking for green, well blended, but if you're looking for green to take the lead, and so as it dries down, more of that vanilla is starting to come through, more of that sweetness is starting to come through, more of that musk. I don't really get a lot of tonka. I know it's tonka in here, but I don't get a lot of tonka bean to my nose. I don't know what it is. Like I said, sometimes green can just turn me off. I know there are some people who love this. This is why I say I try not to watch, you know, full videos of everybody's content so I don't get swayed. It's not bad. I'm going to have to spend more time with it. I'm not disappointed. It's just green. And so I'm going to have to spend more time with this, as I should anyway, because this is the first impression. It may grow on me. It may not. That opening though, I'm like, if I can get past the opening the first couple of minutes, I think I'll be all right. Because it does not smell bad on the skin at all. Like I said, everything now is starting to smooth out. Like this is not the beast. So let's go through real quick the Hawas line. We started with the OG. You know, we got that nice, beautiful bubblegum Invictus DNA right there. And then we take it up a notch. We get cool out here with ice. You know what I'm saying? That bottle is so sexy. All right. And then we get kind of this Hashivat DNA super oil. You can probably run your car on this Hawas Black. All right. And then we get that Lamel Elixir DNA, I believe. Yeah. With the Hawas Elixir with that gold bottle. All right. And then, you know what I'm saying? They just go for the gusto with this Hawas Fire. You can see we've definitely been wearing that. The dent does not lie. This is a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful fragrance. Yeah, I think I'm gonna wear this tonight when I go to dinner. But yeah, I need to wash this other stuff off though. So that's good. But and now we're here with tropical. Now, is this tropical? Yes, it definitely does suit the name. There are some other things that I would probably reach for before I reach for this. Paradise Garden is not something, you know, I don't own a full bottle. I have a decant because it's not like, ooh, but and there was no need to buy a full bottle because I fell in love with these clones or these two interpretations. So I'm still going to reach for either Cod Lodge Island, all right, or King of Kings. Because this is like 1A and this is like 1B. You know what I'm saying? Forget everything else. And then if you appreciate the green, let's go over the notes real quick so we can see what's in here so I can show you this on screen because I've been talking too long at this point. So we got that sweet woody coconut green profile. All right, so in the top, we got coconut water, fig leaf, and ginger. I don't get any ginger. That fig leaf to me is dominant. I don't get any ginger. That's just me. No, ginger usually has a zing to it. I don't get that. Would be better. So again, maceration may help that. I don't get any of that. In the middle, we get coconut, fig, and mint. Maybe a little bit of fig combined with that fig leaf, but mint, not as much as I was expecting. And then in the base, sandalwood, tonka bean, and musk. Like I said, once it settles on the skin, that's when I get the sandalwood because you get this creamy wood and the musk that comes in there, but I don't get a lot of the tonka. Tonka bean has a very specific smell, and I'm not really getting that with this. But again, I'm not saying it's a bad fragrance. I'm being completely honest with y'all. Hit pause. If you rock with me and you rock with my nose and you rock with my style and you have Cod Lodge Island or you have King of Kings Royal Blue and you love that and you're not a fan of like violet leaf or fig leaf or green fragrances, pause. Do not be in a rush. You know what I'm saying? If you're like, you got to be first, you need to get this. And I'm late. I know I'm late to the party. You know what I'm saying? So I'm telling y'all to pause. This is not something I would, if you have one, if you don't have any of those, you either going sweet or green to me is one of the two. So if you want green, go tropical, go Hawas Tropical. If you want something sweeter, go Cod Lodge Island or King of Kings Royal Blue. And like I said, Cod Lodge Island is going to be a little bit cheaper than that King of Kings Royal Blue. Outside of that, I still expect great quality. I still expect great projection. I still expect great longevity. We will revisit this in a couple of weeks. And I kind of did a full review right now. Like I said, yeah, I know somebody gonna be like, bro, 16 minutes for a first impression. That's crazy. I already told you, I like to give context. Nonetheless, yeah, and we're gonna work with this over the weekend, and I'm gonna see how my people feel about it. We can get some compliments. I'm gonna see my brother, you know, what he think about it or whatever. But you let me know if you have it, gas, pass, how you feel about it. Are you copping it? Is it in your cart? Are you gonna fall back? Do you feel like you need to go ahead and get it? Do you get the same thing to your nose that I get? You know what I'm saying? Is the green the most forward leaning to you like it is to me? Nonetheless, feel free, do me a favor, hit that like button, smash that subscribe button. And while you're ready, go ahead and click the bell so you'll be notified every single time I post a new video or new content to the channel. But until next time, you guys have an amazing weekend. It is supposed to be hell outside this weekend. So whatever you do, stay hydrated and stay your behind indoors or in some AC if you can. If you don't have no AC, go sit in a hotel lobby, go to Starbucks, go somewhere and sit there all day. Do not be in the heat because it's not going to be a game this weekend. But until the next time, catch you guys in the next video. Y'all be easy.